Hey guys, so today I need to make it short and simple, so meanwhile I'll also be fulfilling a request someone sent me. So I hope this isn't too loud. Someone let me know down and below if it's too loud. Referring back to my previous video, I'm not going to be whispering in this one either, nor am I going to be whispering every time anymore. I'm more so going to be soft speaking because I just want to save my voice. Now here's where I refer back to the last video. Essentially, in my last video I said why I wasn't whispering in that one, which involved me saying something about the vocal cords. Essentially, I practice singing, and I realize that the vocal cords don't really do well when you whisper. They essentially get passed by air when you whisper, when you don't use them, and they also provide some not only dryness to them, but also some literally air tears them. Now what I mean by this is when they get dry enough, whispering tears through them to the point where they tear through them to the point where I'm saying it incorrectly. Air blows past the vocal cords when you whisper to the point where they rip, or they basically rip. Now I don't know how long it takes before you get to that point. I'm surely certain that if that happens, you are at much a higher risk for vocal damage than just doing it in your sleep. Now, what I meant by that was when you sleep with your mouth open nightly, air that passes through your mouth will make your mouth dry, cracked, and in serious need of some chapstick or lip balm, whatever you want to call it. Now that's something of a quick fix and doesn't really need too much attention except for the chapstick. Now, if the vocal cords go through that, I don't know how bad that would be for them, but I do know that you should definitely get yourself on some rest, some vocal rest, and not only keeping away from singing, but speaking as well. And I realize that as a singer, I have to be aware that when I whisper, I'm going to be pushing that kind of air past my cords. I don't know if it's necessarily pushing though, I'm just saying air passes through them without them being used, and if that's the case, they're not going to be strong enough to withstand the air. See, when they are used, they're vibrating, as they normally are when we speak. And when they vibrate, they're strong enough to block the air that passes through them, especially when they're activated by that air. But when they But when you whisper, that's where it might go downhill, because passing air through them while trying not to use them, which is definitely done when you whisper, can literally tear them. And they tear them because essentially you're not using them. And that causes vocal damage if you're not careful enough, which makes me want to stop whispering all that much, or at least do it less often for these videos. I am certain that if I had a vocal teacher, vocal coach, singing teacher, whatever, they would tell me to do the same. They might say stop whispering altogether, because I have been doing that for the past few videos, for the past upcoming on 2 years. Nice. Way to go, ASMR producer. But I'm likely not going to, I'm not going to stop doing it altogether. I might do it once every or every other month. But it literally depends on I don't think it depends on anything. I'm just saying I'm going to be doing it less often, as little as once or twice, once every or every other month. But I'm not saying I'm going to quit it altogether. Now that's something we do all the time. We breathe. There's a difference between us breathing and whispering. That's safe for our vocal cords because we need air to breathe and live. Otherwise, we would be dead. Dead as the ants are when we squish them with our foot. Oh, and by the way, yes, that was meant to be morbid. That was meant to be dark. I'm sorry for not speaking this entire time. I just ran out of something to speak about. Except for the fact that when I brushed or combed the faux fur upwards from this mic cover, that it looked like a clown. Now that's not something, in my opinion, I'd be scared of, except for Pennywise. I haven't seen the movie or the second movie, but I don't intend to. And now to do this part, because I know it might have been y'all's favorite. Even though I do have the fan on, it's quite hot. it's also quite late. This reminds me. I'm just full of surprises today, aren't I? Basically, tonight reminded me of how late I would have to stay up to finish one of these videos during high school. During the darker, not the dark times of my life. The darkest time of my life was actually middle school. It's not like people bullied me nonstop. I knew things, but I didn't know enough. I hope that makes sense to anyone out there. I feel like it took me longer than most people to be able to become more aware of the world. Although for you who requested this video, you know who I'm talking to. I hope this was satisfying for you. I'm not done, however. I'm going to try to make this video about 15 minutes long. Sorry, just in thought. Oh, and by the way, my closet over there, door's open. Random fact, I'm just trying to keep myself occupied while I do this for you guys. That's one of the real reasons I started to do these little rants or conversations, because it kind of felt not only boring, well, I did feel like it does feel like on this side of the camera that I'm giving you guys the ASMR you want, but at the same time I'm bored through the whole thing. And that's why I'm trying to add conversation or talk about things in general. If you guys enjoy them as well, I'm glad, but it's mainly to keep myself engaged with the video. It not only destroys my boredom, but it also kind of feels like I'm talking to actual people. You know what I mean? And because of that, I completely forget the fact that I'm literally just talking to a camera. Because that's the fact. It's crazy when people come in seeing me doing this as if I am talking to someone, but I kind of am talking to someone. I'm talking to all of you. Just for a second, so I can keep the ASMR going while I talk. I don't want to be talking and not doing anything ASMR wise. I hope that makes sense. Basically, it feels like I'm talking to real people. It feels like I'm talking to real people or engaging with real people when I talk to the camera. It also makes me happy that you guys feel more engaged when I do so. Even though the truth is I'm talking to a camera, but it feels less like the reality and more so like it feels less so like the reality and more so like the personal engagement with my audience. I hope that this video was relaxing, even though I just talked the whole way through it. Actually, that's how these videos have always been for a few months. So why am I doing this? Basically, if you found it relaxing or enjoyable in any way, make sure to give me one of these down below. Subscribe as well while you're down there, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more ASMR videos of mine. Comment down below which part was your favorite. This, or this. And don't forget to check out the playlist at the end of the video of all the pampered scenarios and simulations I posted like this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you are asleep right now, good night. I hope you have some awesome